Hey guys, welcome back to another video. First of all, I want to say thank you for all the nice comments under last week's video. It is really great to be back in that sense, to make content again. I really enjoy doing content, so it was nice to tamper around with it. So I'm just excited. So I'm glad some people reached out. I appreciate that. But let's get started with this week's video. So last weekend on Saturday, I participated in the first, or for me, my first Olympic distance triathlon. For anyone who doesn't know what that is, it is a 1500 meter swim followed by a 24-mile bike. I believe that's about 40k, and then followed by a 10k run at the end. Usually it takes about the really good people like 2.5 hours, and then it goes up to like the 3 hours for the main pack. I would say like in that range, 2.5 to 3 hours. The triathlon that I did was the Alpha Win Olympic distance in Palm Springs, and it was a lot of fun. It was a really great put together event. I enjoyed it. But let's go through the race really quick, and then at the end we'll cover what's coming next. Right when I woke up, my strategy was to have a bowl of oatmeal, a cup of coffee, and that would be it for the morning in regards to nutrition. And then on the way over to the race site, I was just sipping on a little bit of electrolytes. So for the swim, it was fairly warm, 76 degrees Fahrenheit. It was a wetsuit swim, and it was a 2-loop course. That took me 24 minutes and 57 seconds, or just 25 minutes for 1500 meters.
Woohoo! You're like the fourth person out or something.
And it went really well. The sighting and everything was good. I wasn't too happy with my goggles. It was fairly difficult to see, so I'll have to work on that. But overall, swim I was fine with. Transition T1 from the swim to the bike was 2 minutes and 30 seconds, which is 5 minutes faster than my 70.3 Oceanside transition, which was 7 minutes and 49. Yeah, that was bad. Now the bike, 24 miles, took me 1 hour and 9 minutes. Super happy with the bike. It was a flat course, therefore relatively fast, average about 21 miles an hour, which is way faster than what I average in like a 70.3. It's also a lot shorter. However, I ended up getting a flat, which I didn't notice until I picked up my bike out of T2 later on, so it must have been a really slow leak. So then going to T2 from the bike to the run, again, one of my fastest transitions, 2 minutes and 25 seconds compared to my 5 minutes and 17 seconds transition in Oceanside earlier that year. Again, here more than halved my transition time from the bike to the run. I'm super happy with that. Lastly, the run, it was absolute horror. The run did not go as planned. I don't know what happened, but the heat, even though it wasn't too hot, it was 88 degrees, it somehow got to me. And after around mile 3 out of the 6.2 miles, I completely broke apart. I had to walk around the last 3 miles of the course and ended up with 1 hour and 4 minutes. That was really bad, and that's what cost me a lot of time in the end. But overall, super fun race. I really enjoyed it. It was set up well, it was marked well. There was never a moment where I thought, oh, I don't know where I'm going, because they had a sprint, an Olympic, a 70.3, and a full distance Ironman all going on at the same time, all sharing the same course, but we would all progress to different stages in the course. So if you are a 70.3, you would keep going past the turnaround time on the bike, for example, where I turned around for Olympic and I kept going past the sprint turnaround. You get the idea. It was really well labeled, super worth it. Lastly, let's talk about nutrition, which is very important. Even for an Olympic distance like that, nutrition does play a role. Like I said, in the morning, I had cereal and coffee to start my day off with. Just carbs, relatively low fat, relatively low protein. Then I had a 30 gram, 100 milligrams of caffeine gel 20 minutes prior, which I digested very well. Then on the bike, I had 2 bottles, 1 bottle of water and 1 bottle of electrolytes, with about 750 milligrams of sodium, a few more electrolytes, and then about 10 grams of carbs in that one bottle. I also had one package, it's actually 2 servings of the Cliff shot blocks, which is, I will have to look that up, I'll put the numbers on the screen right now. And I had that 15 minutes into the bike and then 15 minutes before getting off the bike. On the run, I felt pretty good starting out. I didn't have anything water with me. I drank more water in transition. And I took one gel, 30 grams of carbs, no caffeine in that gel, on the run with me, which I had at about mile 1.5. But that is the nutrition. It worked out fine. So let's talk about what's next for this year. There was a half marathon that I had planned in November, but that one is unfortunately falling flat. So the one and only race that is left to do this year is 70.3 Indian Wells, which will happen in December 4th or 5th. But that's it so far. That was it for this week. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for sticking around, and if you're still here, make sure you smash the like button. I would really appreciate that. I hope you guys have an amazing week. Thank you so much for sticking around. I'll catch you next time.